Welcome, Wargamers. Josh here to bring you another War of the Realms Age of Sigmar bat rep. Super excited today because my buddy Cam came out of the woodworks, shot me a text. I think it's been probably a good couple of years since we had the chance to play a game.
Couple of years.
So luckily enough, managed to get Cam in. He brought in his Khorne Bloodbound to take on me and my Ogor Horde. 2,000 points. Let's check out the armies and the board. Starting off, taking a look at the Ogre army. So we've got unit of Ogres here. Nothing special on them. My big old unit of Iron Guts, 9-man strong. 6 strongman unit of Ogors. We have got my Tyrant and my Butcher. Unit of Lead Belchers. My Iron Blaster. Last but not least, we've got one other little unit of Ogres. The general of the army is going to be my Tyrant, and as far as upgrades, he has Bellowing Tyrant, which I roll a D6 in the hero phase, and I get to pick a unit within that D6 roll and get +1 to hit with them. And he also has the Battle Brew, which it's kind of a crutch for me. It's pretty solid to take. I can take 1 swig in the hero phase. It's going to give me +1 to hit and +1 to the wound rolls. Or I can do 2 swigs and get +2 to hit, +2 to wound, but then I take a mortal wound at the start of each hero phase. Never really have to, because he's going to be hitting on 2s, wounding on 2s with the +1 anyways. Other than that, we've also got my Butcher. I've also upgraded this to be the Ogor Horde. So what that makes up is the 1, 2, 3 units of Ogres, the 2 characters, the Lead Belchers, as well as my unit of Iron Guts. When they successfully charge, for each model that I have that is within an inch of an enemy model, on a 4 up, I get to cause mortal wounds to that unit. So it's basically their impact attacks. So the only thing in my army that will not be affected by that is going to be my Iron Blaster. I was looking at my army, I realized I forgot something. I also have a Gargant in the army. So he is not affected by the Ogre Horde rule. But yep, he is also in the army. So this makes up my 2,000 points of destruction. Facing off against me, we've got Cam's giant horde of Khorne Bloodbound. There are a ton of models here. So let's start at this end. Let's run through everything. We've got, what, just Bloodletters?
20 Bloodletters. 5 Skull Reapers. 40 Blood Reavers. 20 Blood Warriors.
Solid, solid. And then for characters?
We got the, that's the Blood Stoker. And then with the dog is the Mighty Lord of Khorne. Then the Blood Secretor. Then that's the Blood Thirster of Unfettered Rage.
Seems to be a theme here. They're so original with all the Khorne names.
Yeah, Blood. Then the Blood Master, which is the Herald. That's the Reaper model there.
Yep, and so he's the Bloodletter hero, right?
Yeah, the Herald.
Yep.
Yeah, and then Khorgorath.
The Khorgorath?
Yeah.
Alright, so that is a full... oh, all the way down at the other end. Completely forgot about it. Whoop!
Chaos War Shrine, Mark of Khorne.
And what do we have for your General's ability and the artifact?
I got the Lord of War and Crown of Conquest.
Okay, and who are they on? Like, who's your general?
He'll be my general.
Okay, Mighty Lord of Khorne's the general, so he's got the Lord of War.
Yep.
And then the Crown of Conquest is the one that lets you use Inspiring Presence, even though you're not the general?
Yeah, and I'll put that on the Herald, the Bloodletter Herald.
Perfect. And that is 2,000 points of Khorne Bloodbound with some Demons of Khorne. Armies are deployed on the board. We have got my unit of 1 unit of Ogres, my Gargant, my Iron Blaster, bigger unit of Ogres with the small unit behind them, my Tyrant, big old unit of 9 Iron Guts, and then my Butcher, and hanging out with some Lead Belchers. Looking across the board, we've got the Khorgorath, the Bloodletters, Blood Thirster, the Blood Secretor, big ol' unit of Reavers, along with the War Shrine. I can't remember the name of these guys.
Skull Reapers.
Skull Reapers. I haven't used them a whole lot. Mighty Lord of Khorne behind them. And then big old healthy unit of Blood Warriors. Rolled up the scenario. We're doing take and hold, scenario number 1. Pretty well as basic as you can get for each Sigmar scenarios. 9 inches up in the middle of the board, we have an objective. And then Cam has one over here that's being buried by his legions and legions of Reavers. So the way it works is at any point at the end of your turn, you control both objectives, you simply win the game. To control objective, you have to have 5 models from your army within 6 inches of the objective without any enemy models within 6. If at the end of 5 complete turns, neither of us have won the objective, then it just goes down to the amount of points killed. Ogors finished deploying first, but I think I'm going to choose to have Cam go first on the chance that I can get the charge off on him, because I don't think he'll be able to get the charge off on me. So we're going to go on to hero phase for the Chaos Army. Cam, what do you got in the hero phase for us?
My War Shrine's going to do its blessing on the Reavers.
Okay.
So I need a 3+ though.
And you get it.
There we go.
So what's the blessing do?
Mark a Khorne, they can reroll a whole bunch of wounds. They can reroll their wounds or their hits.
One of the two. That is rerolling all failed hits for them. So pretty solid ability to start off with. Oh yeah, sorry, forgot to mention too. The Bloodthirster is going to be the one taking the relic.
Yeah.
That allows...
He's got a better command ability.
Yeah. Command ability, we're going to have the Mighty Lord of Khorne make his Blood Warriors immune to Battle Shock. Bloodstoker is also going to stoke the Reavers to speed them up. Blood Warrior is going to run in the movement phase, so 5 inches plus another 2 for a 7-inch move. Get them up the board. Reaver's going to run next, so they have a base movement of 6, plus 3 from the Stoker, plus 1 from, I think it's their Musician. So they're going super duper fast. It's 10 plus whatever you roll here for the run. 5, so they can go up to 15 inches. Reavers have moved themselves up, not going the full distance, trying to hopefully avoid the first turn charge from the Ogors. As Ogors do, what do we want to move up next?
I'll just back them up with the War Shrine.
We're trying to move on up.
8-inch movement. Snuggle in there.
Skull Reapers up next, breaking the rule, not having blood in their name, so I'm never going to remember their name. They go 5 plus another d6 for the run, so up to 10 inches.
Not bad.
Next up is going to be the Mighty Lord of Khorne with his base movement of 5. He's going to run another... It's like, he gets to wherever he wants. It's going to be 11 inches of movement. Mortal side of Cam's army moving up quite aggressively as we kind of sweep over here towards the demonic side of it. So, Mr. Korgorath, what's your base move?
6.
Plus another 4 for 10 inches. Solid. Bloodletters up next. We're going to roll the Bloodletters and the Herald at the same time. So, Bloodletters move, what, base 5?
Yeah, same
plus
with the Herald.
Another... Okay. So, Bloodletter's going to go...
Bloodletter's white, Herald red.
Sure. They'll get to kind of move to where they want. Keep that battle line moving up equally. Not taking the full movement on them. Trying to avoid, hopefully, the charge of the Iron Guts. We've got, what, 3 models left in your army?
Yeah, these guys are just gonna, you know...
Tuck in behind.
Get in there. And then he's gonna fly to the left
Flap
there.
and flap, and off he goes. So he moves a base, what, 10 right now?
I believe it's 8. Not bad.
Oh, either way, he's getting where he wants. Not needing to feel the need to get the Bloodthirster up and being vulnerable. Moving him up behind there so he can kind of be the second line support. And that is it for Khorne turn 1. You got no shooting, everybody ran. So we're going to go on to Ogres turn 1. First things first for the Ogres, I completely, totally forgot to roll for my big name for my Tyrant. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. He gets a 6, which lets me choose the result. I will choose for him to have Fate Seeker, so that means his save goes from a 4-up save to a 3-up save. Start the hero phase off. The Butcher is going to go ahead and try to cast Voracious Maw. You guys have been asking for me to try to cast this. It's cast on a 7 though, so hopefully I do get it. I'm going to cast it on the Korgorath. Show me 7. Nope, that's a 4. Good job. With that spectacular failed to cast, we're going to move on to my Rampaging Destroyer moves. So we're going to start off with the Lead Belchers. They get to go D6 for 5. Butcher himself will go 2. So we'll just kind of tuck behind. Tyrant will use his Bellowing Tyrant. I roll a D6, going to pick a unit with that many inches. It doesn't really matter because these guys are within an inch, and I want to pick the Iron Guts to get the +1 to hit into the next hero phase. So the Iron Guts are at +1 to hit, and now for the Rampaging Destroyer, see how far the Iron Guts can move? 3. Unit of Ogors, how far are they going? For 4. See how far the Iron Blaster can move up? For 4 inches. I'll just drag him up like so. Tyrant himself gets to go an inch. Ugh. And that is going to be it, because I'm not going to bother. These guys don't need to go fast. Iron Guts will advance the line, move themselves up. Whoop. See if they can get that charge off. If I don't get the Alpha Strike, I think Cam's just going to win the game. And if I get the Alpha Strike, I think I would just win the game. Move this big old unit of bulls up. We're both sitting here talking about how super tense we are when it comes down to charge rolls and rolling for who's going to take the first battle round in whatever turn. Tyrant, move himself up. Unit of bulls here are just going to kind of surround the objective. They're not strong enough to hold the objective. So even if I do manage to, clear Cam's middle board out and get 5 guys on his objective, I still need 5 models within 6 back here. Ogres aren't good at holding objectives.
Yeah.
El Gigante is going to move up because he's confident he can deal with Blood Warriors. The last unit of Ogres is going to kind of shuffle up behind him. Shout encouragement. End of movement, so on to shooting. I'm going to have my Lead Belchers dial up shots. So it's going to be D6 shots each into Mr. Korgorath there. Getting 10 shots. These are all going to be hitting on 4s and then wounding on 3s. How many wounds can I dial up? Getting 3. So Korgorath normally has a 4-up save, goes to a 5-up because of the rend. Not saving 1, taking 3. Iron Blaster is going to take some shots. He's going to shoot through the gap at those Blood Warriors over there. Hits on a 4 with a reroll, because you have 10 or more models in the unit.
Okay.
So it does hit. Wounds on a 2. Does wound. Goes to a 6-up save for Blood Warriors. Doesn't make it. It's going to do D6 damage.
Oh, D6.
D6 damage.
No.
It's gonna do what? Okay, so it does 1 wound to 1 guy.
2 wounds each.
Yeah. On to charges. Let's do the all-important one, Iron Guts. It's gonna be a 7-inch charge to be able to get them in there. Come on, boys, get angry. Go get them. Oh! Big charge, 11 inches. They are in.
Ogre charge.
Yeah. So 1 big charge successful. Let's go over to the unit of Ogres here. It's going to be an 8-inch charge for them to be able to get in. 4 is not nearly enough. Giant is going to try 4. It'll be an 11-inch charge to be able to get him in. Who knows, he might make it. I've rolled 11 at least once this round. 6 is not enough. As part of my tribe, I do get essentially what are impact attacks. Now I did roll 10 or more when they charged in, so that means on 3-ups, any model that got within an inch of one of your models will do a mortal wound. So we'll do the champion here. He's going to do a mortal wound to the Korgorath on a 3-up. So he does. And then I've got 4 able to try to do mortal wounds against the Bloodletters over there. On 3-ups, getting 2. Not a bad start, so let's start swinging now. I'm going to have my champ swinging into the Korgorath. He's going to have 4 attacks. He's hitting on 3s because of the Bellowing Tyrant buff. So 3s to hit. Missing 1. Wounding you on 3s. So that's 2 there at a -1 rend, so you're going to be on a 5-up save. Fail them both. 3 damage apiece, so that is Korgorath dead. The rest of the Iron Guts swinging into the unit. Bloodletters now. I had 24 attacks, and I am going to be hitting you on 3s. These are all going to wound you on 3s. That's a pretty brutal hit. Gonna be a 6-up save because of the Ren. So saving the 1, but yeah, that's the rest of the unit because each of these is 3 damage each. Wiping out the Bloodletters to a man. Forgot that the Herald was hanging out there too, so he's actually still untouched. So he does get to pile in an attack. And he goes, see if he can cause some glorious, glorious retribution. He has 3 attacks, hitting on 3s, and the 6th hit was a mortal wound.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So there's 1 mortal wound in there, and then 2 wounds on 3s.
Oh, yeah.
You made them all anyways, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So there's 1 mortal wound and 2 regular wounds with a -1 rend. -1 rend puts me to a 5-up save. Failed them both, so that's 3 wounds total. Putting my ogre down to 1 wound remaining. That's the end of the turn for the ogre, so all important roll to see who gets to pick who goes first in the second battle round. This is probably the most stressful roll of the game for both Cam and I. So I'm just going to roll first, get it over with. I'm going to get a 2. Okay, it was tied. Cam gets a 3. I get a 2. So Cam is going to pick who gets to go first in the second battle round. You want to let me go first?
No.
Hero phase for Cam. We're going to do the only random bit here. We're going to go for the War Shrine, which is going to try to give the blessing to the Reavers on a 3-up. And gets it. So they are re-rolling their
Hits.
Nice. Bloodsecrator will plant his banner and open up the Portal of Skulls. And the Bloodstoker is going to stoke the Reavers, giving them their bonus to charge and another reroll.
Reroll 1s for wounds.
Mighty Lord of Khorne is going to use his unique command ability to go for a 3-dice charge on the Blood Warriors. Blood Warrior is going to start off movement phase by moving on up, getting in position to go after El Gigante. I don't know why he's Spanish, but he is. Skull Reaper is going to move themselves up 5 now. Get nice and close to... I've got some ogres over on the other side there. Blood Reaver is going to start moving over there. They got their base 6 move, so as long as they're not within 3 inches, they're good. It's a pretty terrifying horde of guys coming at me now. And then you've got your Blood Stoker.
Yeah, the Stoker will just jam in there. And same with War Shrine, I'll just kind of
Shimmy over a little bit.
stay in there.
Bloodthirster going to go ahead and fly. Put himself in an easy charge there. Mighty Lord of Khorne move himself up. Right onto charges now. Blood Warrior is going to need to show a 7 on the 2 highest dice to be able to make it in against El Gigante. And with an 8, they're definitely in. Moving up, trying to limit where the ogres are going to be able to get to go on my turn. Skull Reaper is going to declare their charge. Going to take much to get it in all. Yeah, that's more than enough. Yeah, reroll that one. So 9 inches, you're getting in there. Next up is going to be the Reavers going in. It's a 3-inch charge. They're definitely in, but just how far do they get to go? Because they get a +1, or no, they get a +4 to this. Because they're stoked.
Nice.
So they're getting to go 11 inches. Reavers are in, adopting that kind of strange Y shape to maximize the attacks. Now these guys are ripping, what, like 3 attacks each?
Yep.
Because of the stacked bonuses?
Yep.
Gross. Big Bad Bloodthirster going to declare a charge, getting 2d6 to go in. And yeah, that's a 7-inch, no problem. Gotta jump back a second. We both completely and totally forgot that the Bloodthirster's Lash is a missile weapon, so we gotta shoot that. So we're gonna do the shooting phase, and then we'll fix the charge if we need to at all. The Lash is hitting on 4s.
Yep.
And then he is wounding on 3s, 2 hits so far. That's 1 wound with a, what, -1 rend?
Yep.
So I go to a 5-up save with the Ogre. I don't make it, so it's D3 damage. It's only 1, so it would have killed off this guy. And we'll fix what the charge looks like. Taking a look at the board, Cam wants to have his Reavers swinging first, so we had to roll for unpredictable destruction, because they're close enough to a hero. So on a 6, they get their +1 to hit, and they don't. We're going to roll this up. There's 42 attacks coming from all the guys that are in, and they're getting the bonus attacks from having the Blood Secretor so close by. They're all armed with the Meat Ripper axes, and because of the blessing, they're re-rolling all failed to hit, and they get +1 to hit from the Lord of War. So, almost all hits. You get a big bad re-roll on this one. So in the first 21, we have, what, 3 misses?
Yep.
That's 18 hits so far. We got another 21 attacks coming in. And re-rolling any misses. So you've got, what, 1, 2, 3 misses in there so far with the re-roll.
So that's 19 more.
That's pretty gross. I do these in volleys of 10s. You're wounding me on 4s, re-rolling 1s. Volley 2 of the 37. So re-rolling the 1s. Pretty good. Next volley of 10. Re-rolling those 1s.
Nice.
Ah, that's really good. Last volley is 7.
Yeah.
24 wounds caused because of the axes. This is a -1 rend, so I need 5 ups. All said and done, that's enough to kill 3 and leave 1 on 1 wound. So I will. I don't even know how to do this. Let's kill off 1, 2, 3, and we'll leave 1 wound remaining on this guy here. My turn to pick. I'm going to go ahead and I think I'm going to swing with the Iron Guts, just because he's still got the Thirster and the Bloodletter hero there, and that's could be enough to wipe out the unit, or get pretty close to it, so I gotta get their swings in while I can. Start off my champion swinging into your Bloodthirster. I got 4 attacks hitting on 3s because the command ability's still up. So we got 2 hits, and then I am wounding you on 3s for 1 wound. Your 4-up save goes to a 5-up because the rend. Don't make it, so that's 3 damage to the Bloodthirster. Puts the Bloodthirster down to 11 wounds remaining. Other 12 attacks going to go into the unit of Reavers hitting on 3s. A much better hit. I am then going to be wounding you on 3s. I don't think these guys get a save, do they?
Well, I'm just checking because the War Shrine gives them the invulnerable.
Oh, I
model or
rolled really
unit.
bad either way. Rolling for the Shrine being close by. 6s get to ignore wounds or mortal wounds. So you're going to save 3 of the 9 that I caused. So you're going to lose 6 of your Reavers. Not great for the Ogres, so Cam's going to have his Skull Reapers go next and attack the regular Ogres here. The Mighty Lord of Khorne is close enough for the possible unpredictable destruction. So Cam, roll me a dice. On a 6, you get +1 to hit. Nope. Cam's going to swing with his Spine Cleaver. 2 attacks, hitting on 3s. They both hit. And they wound on 3s. So we've got 1 wound going through, and that's what, 2 damage?
Yep, -1 rend.
-1 rend, so my 5-up save becomes a 6-up save. I don't pass it, so that's 2 damage to the unit. We have the Vicious Mutation hitting on 3s, and he misses. Cam's got the Gore 6 Blades now hitting on 3s. He gets to reroll misses of 1. So 3 rerolls. Oh no.
Not bad.
These are now all wounding on 3s. Okay, so not nearly as good, but still pretty solid. I get my regular 5-up save with the Ogres. saving 1, taking another 4 wounds, so that's 6 wounds total you've caused to the unit. Enough to kill off this ogre, and we're going to have this one here with 2 wounds remaining. Looking at my options here, I'm going to opt to have the giant go now, see if I can't squish a couple blood warriors. First things first is I need to roll to try to pick up and stuff one of your models into my bag. So what I got to do is roll double what your wounds are. So on a 4 up, I'm going to pick somebody up and they are removed as a casualty. Nope, doesn't work. Healthy giant gets 3d6 attacks with his club, nice and random. So I'm going to be swinging in with 9 attacks. These attacks hit on 3. Roll that cocked. So, didn't get that many hits. And I am causing wounds on 3s though. That's a lot better. I will take Cam's 4-up save, bring it to a 5-up save. Oh, you made 3. Then you get to reroll these on 6s, that's mortal wounds.
Yeah.
So you don't do any mortal wounds back, but you're going to take 2. Kills the guy in the back who's not able to do the pile and attack, and then puts a wound. If you put it up front, and then yeah, because then you'll be able to start to pile and attack as I kill them.
Right.
I'm going to try for a headbutt, so I hit you on a 4, wound you on a 3. So it does hit. Wound on a 3. Nice off the table. And it does wound. -3 Ren, so there's no save on that, and it's d6 damage. So that's going to do a total of 4 damage, which will kill off this guy. And I assume you want to kill off the one next to him so he can do the pile and attack?
Yep.
And then put 1 wound on the guy in the...
Next guy in the front.
Actually, well, he's at the banner. Keep your banner.
Yeah.
He'll go there. 2 attacks each for them piling and swinging, hitting on 3s. And then you are wounding me on 4s. So 1 wound. All I get is a 5-up save. Reroll that. Nope, don't make it, so he will take a damage. I also get my mighty kick, 3s to hit, and then 3s to wound. Nah, he didn't hit. Cam is going to have his Blood Warriors go next, so they're going to get to pile in 3 inches and get their swings. Getting ready to swing in. I don't know if we clarified this at the beginning. When Cam had put these models together, it was kind of before they had the different weapon options. So it's the 2 guys with the 2 big trees that we're counting as being armed with the gore glaives. And I am totally okay with that because they stand out like a sore thumb. Swinging now, we get 2 swings with the gore glaive, hitting on 3. So we got 1 hit, wounding on 3. Does cause a wound, it's -1 Ren, so my 5-up save goes to a 6-up. Don't make it, that's 2 damage. 6 more attacks with the axes now, hitting on 3s. And then you are wounding me on 4s. Not a bad hit, so that's 3 there. So all I'm going to get is my 5-up save. They're 1 damage each. Didn't pass a 1, so that's another 3 damage. That giant is down to 6 wounds remaining. My turn to swing it now. We're going to have my ogres here, pile in and swing. So we'll pile, and see if I can't get perhaps a little bit of vengeance. Unit of ogres swinging in. I'm hitting on 4s, re-rolling misses of 1. There's a couple ones in here for a re-roll. Good hit so far, boys. That didn't help. These all wound you on 3s. Good hit for the ogres. The reapers have a 4-up save though. There's 2 damage a pop. So passing 2, failing 4.
3 wounds each.
Not bad. So that's going to be 8 wounds total. 2 died off, but we have the murderous to the last roll, so Cam's going to roll up.
Nice.
And he gets a 5 and a 6, so that's going to cause 1 plus D3 mortal wounds. Because the 6 is worth D3 mortal wounds, and a 4 or 5 would be worth 1. Roll out that D3. It's only 1, so it's going to do a grand total of 2 mortal wounds. Killing off the 2 that were there, and the 2 mortal wounds is enough to kill off that ogre as well. That's it for the ogres and what they have to swing with. So we're going to move on to, well, you got your Herald and your Bloodthirster left to swing. Which one do you want to do first?
Let's do Bloodthirster.
Roll a single die for the unpredictable destruction. That's cocked. Reroll
Chaos.
it. The table's very squishy.
Yeah.
It's not good for dice. So you get 6 attacks. They're all going to be hitting on 3s with the Mighty Axe of Khorne. Now you're going to be wounding me on 2s. Only Cam could roll like that. Okay, so Bloodthirster's taking a nap. Bloodmaster now. He does get the unpredictable destruction, so he gets the +1 to hit. So now you're going to be doing decapitating blows on a 5 or 6. 2s to hit. Okay, so there's 1 mortal wound, and the rest all hit. Now wounding me on 3s. Okay, so that's 2 more. 4-up save goes to a 5-up. We're still laughing with that Bloodthirster. Okay, so 5-up save on them. Pass 1, fail 1, so that's 2 more wounds to the unit, which is enough to kill off another ogre. On to Battle Shock. Blood Warriors are base bravery 6, +1 for the banner, but they lost 3. So on a 5, we'll have 1 flee. Pull it all the way down. Nope. Nobody's running away there. Next up, we're going to do the Skull Reapers. They are bravery of 7, but down to bravery 6 because I've got my Bellower there. And they lost 2 models, so again on a 5 we'll have somebody flee. Nope, they're hanging out. Bravery 6 on my Ogres here. I lost 2, so on a 5 we'll have 1 flee. There's the 5. So he's out of here. He has seen enough. Iron Guts are bravery 7, but they lost. I lost 5 models this turn. So
2.
On a 3-up, we're gonna have guys flee.
3.
Oh, they're sticking it out. Battlefield's looking a lot more sparse of ogres as we move on to Ogres turn 2. We're right into my hero phase. We're going to take a swig of the Battle Brew, and we're going to go for Bellowing Tyrant. So we're going to roll a d6. I can affect a unit within an inch, which is myself, but he's already hitting on 2s anyways, so wasted ability. Command ability. I'm going to go ahead and... Yeah, because you know what? The Iron Guts couldn't have fled anyways, because I'm pretty sure I made them immune to Battle Shock. So I'm going to have the Tyrant make these guys immune to Battle Shock. I probably should have done last turn. And then we're going to go for some Ravaging Destroyer moves. So we'll start off with probably the Ogres back here. How far do they get to move? 6 inches. Up they go. Now for the Lord himself, he's going to get to go an inch. Again, he's so tired. Moving the Lead Belchers up the field. An inch. They saw what happened to the Iron Guts that never seem to die. Now for my Butcher, how far does he go? He gets to go 6 inches. He's super brave. He don't care about this. Butcher will go ahead and cast the Maw onto your Bloodthirster. Show me that 7 to cast. Oh, I got it! That's going to be D3 mortal wounds to that Bloodthirster. So 3 mortal wounds to him. And then on a 4-up, the Maw is going to chomp you again. So show me 4-up. Nope, Maw's over. So 3 wounds to the Bloodthirster, bringing him down to 8 wounds remaining. Going on to movement. Let's start. Yeah, we got to get the Tyrant up there. So the Tyrant and his Ogre friends are going to start heading towards your Reavers. Only other things I really have to move. My Chariot's going to come over this way a little bit. And who do these Ogres want to help support? They're going to start coming this way. Time to shoot some guns. We're gonna have the Tyrant go first because the Battle Brew. He will be hitting you with hitting you on 3s, shooting into the Blood Warriors, or sorry, the Blood Reavers. So 3s to hit, 2 hits, and then I'm wounding you on 2s. That's wounds, and it's D3 damage apiece. So that is gonna be 5. Because of the Shrine, you get to ignore on a 6-up. Making 1, so you're going to lose 4 more of your little dudes. Next up, we're going to have the Lead Belchers dial up some shots into the Bloodthirster. I have got a total of 3d6 attacks. Yeah, for not that much. So going to be 6 shots. These will be hitting the Bloodthirster on 4s. And then I am causing wounds on 3s for 2. -1 Ren, so 5 up save, and Bloodthirster saves them both. Dang it. Iron Blaster, going to try for a shot into your Reavers. Hitting on a 4, but I got to reroll because you have more than 10 models. He hits. He wounds you on a 2. Fails to wound. MVP of the game right here, guys. MVP. Brings us right onto charges. Let's we'll send this unit of ogres in first. So they're going to charge 2d6, getting 7 inches, more than enough to get in against your Blood Reavers. Because of the Ogor Horde, I do get to cause mortal wounds on 4-ups. So it's going to be 2 mortal wounds. The Shrine does save those on 6-ups. It was a 4 and
3.
Yep, so that's 2 more Blood Reavers dead. Tyrant is going to go for a charge. 7 inches, enough to get him in as well. 4 up for him to cause a mortal wound. And he doesn't. Try this unit of ogres here. Try to see if they can make a charge. Getting 5 inches. That should be enough to get at least 1 in. Managing to get in against the Skull Reapers, causing a mortal wound on a 4-up. They do cause a mortal wound. Do they have any mortal wound protection on them?
Nah.
That will kill off this model here in the middle, but on a 4 or 5 he causes a mortal wound back. On a 6 he causes D3 back.
4.
It was a 4? So, whoop. So that does cause 1 mortal wound to my unit of ogres, as he is removed. Charges are done, so now I gotta do some swinging. Let's go for the rather beleaguered Iron Guts, and they're gonna use their once per game ability because somebody fled, so they get some rerolls of 1s when they start swinging. Start off with this big duel going on over here. So the champ swinging into that Bloodthirster. He's hitting on 4s, rerolling 1s. So I get a reroll on that. Does convert it to a hit. Wounds Cam's Bloodthirster on a 3-up. I would have got to reroll 1, so that is 2 saves at -1, so that's 2 5-up saves. That's 1 save. Second save is a 6. So yeah, those attacks just bounced off him. He's fine. Rest of the Iron Guts attacks going into the Blood Reavers. Hitting on 4s, rerolling 1s. I got a couple of rerolls here. See if I can't convert them to hits. And I do. I will be wounding those Reavers on a 3-up, rerolling 1s. So I got 1 reroll. And that helps. 15 6-up saves from the Shrine. Yeah. So the Shrine manages to save 2, but you're still going to have 13 go down. Iron Guts doing what Iron Guts do and thinning out that unit of Blood Reavers. Cam's going to have his Reavers go. So a couple little pylons for him. The idea is that they're probably going to get wiped out this turn between the Tyrant and everybody else, so he might as well get the swings while he can. The way we're going to divvy up attacks is that there's 3 models that can attack this unit of Ogres, there's 3 that can attack my Tyrant, and the rest are going to go into the Iron Guts. 9 attacks into Bulls, hitting on 3s with a reroll. For not a whole lot of help. These are all wounding on 4s, rerolling 1s. And so no rerolls, but 3 wounds caused. -1 Ren, so I'm going to go do a 6-up save. 6-up save, saved 1, so it's going to be 2 wounds onto that unit of Ogres. Same thing happening to my Tyrant, hitting on 3s, rerolling any kind of misses. From, I think it was the Shrine, right?
Yep.
They all hit.
1s.
Reroll, forced to hit, and forced to wound, you get to reroll 1s. So we got a grand total of 4 there. Tyrant save goes from a 3-up save to a 4-up save. Saves all but 1, so he's down to 7 wounds remaining. Swinging into the Iron Guts now, we're going to do these in 10s. Cam's got a total of 27 attacks. Hitting on 3s. So that's going to be 7 hits so far. Second volley, 3s to hit with a reroll. It's already at 7 plus another.
Nice.
Yep, so they all hit. So we're at 17. Last volley of dice here. So 7 dice. You're hitting on 3s, re-rolling any misses. That's another 6 hits. Rolling to wound. We're going to do this in 2 volleys. You're looking for 4s, re-rolling 1s. Second volley, 4s, re-rolling 1s. Not happy with how many. Oh, that's gross. 4-up save goes to a 5-up, but I do get to re-roll 1s. So there's 2 1s in there. Nah, that didn't help. Kills off everybody in the unit except for the champ, who's going to have 2 wounds remaining on him. Pile-in move for this unit of ogres in the middle here. Not quite base to base yet, so I get to move him over and make him go base to base, and then pile in here. Doing some swings in with those ogres now. They're hitting on 4s, re-rolling misses a 1. Good hit, boys. Wounding the Skull Reapers on 3s. No reroll help. Skull Reapers are a 4-up save. There's no rend. So you're going to fail 3 there. So that's going to be a total of 6 damage. Does kill the unit, but they are murderous to last. So Cam's going to roll. And it's going to be 1 mortal wound to that unit. We over here to the Blood Warrior, so time to go ahead and do some piling in. So he's able to, because we're not base to base yet, so he's able to come there, get base to base. So he's able to move up, and then moving in the other guy with the Gorglaive. A rule for unpredictable destruction. I think it's the most forgotten about rule. Between Cam and I, we're doing our best to remember it, but it's not going so hot. So I'm going to roll a d6 on a 6. Those Blood Warriors get +1 to hit, but they don't. 4 swings with the Gorglaives, hitting on 3s. Oh! Okay, now you're wounding me on 3s. So okay, that's actually potentially enough to kill a giant.
Nice.
So my 5-up save goes to a 6-up save. So 2 6s, so I'm going to take 2 damage. Cam gets 6 attacks with the axes, hitting on 3s.
Ooh.
For only 2 hits, and then you're wounding me on 4s. There's a Cam roll. I think it's all the guys that used to play together at the same time back in the day at the store. We just can't roll to save ourselves. Go on to my unit of ogres over here. They're going to do some swings in. Ogres swinging in, hitting on 4s. They get to re-roll misses of 1.
Nope.
These are all wounding on 3s. Since I got the charge, I get to re-roll 1s. See if it helps out a little bit. And it doesn't. 8 damage, see if we can ignore. Okay, so you get to ignore 2, so that's 6 more Blood Warriors going down. Big old Bloodthirster going to try to finish what he couldn't last time, so he's hitting on 3s. So he's got 3 hits, and now he's wounding on 3s.
Yeah, there we go.
2 wounds caused. -1 rend, so my 4-up goes to a 5-up, but I do get to reroll 1s.
Ah!
He made it! Take that, Bloodthirster. I'm gonna eat you. Time for the Tyrant to see if he can't finish off those Blood Reavers. So he's gonna have 6 attacks. These attacks are all hitting on 2s, rerolling 1s. Yeah, they're kind of mean. Then I wound you on 2s. And they're 2 damage each, so that's gonna be 12. Getting to roll to see if the Shrine can't save them on 6s. So you're managing to save 1, but I think that's the.
I think so.
I think that's the unit. Giant gets to swing now. It's only D6 attacks with the club, so he still gets 5 attacks. Before I resolve those, I gotta see if I can pick somebody up and squish him though. So I need a 4 or better to be able to do it, and he still can't. These are gonna hit you on 3s, wound you on 3s. Okay. A roll that's pretty well standard for the game so far. See if I can wound you on a 3 now. Oh, he just caused a wound. -1 rend, so it's a 5-up save. And you passed it. And there's the chance you might have the Gore Fist go off. So on a 6. Oh, mortal wound. So I'm down to 3. Go for the headbutt now, hitting on 4. Doesn't hit. And then the mighty kick hits you on a 3. Nope. Good job, Giant. Good job, big guy. That is it for combat. So we are down to just Battle Shock. So I did still lose another 3 Iron Guts over here. So I go down to Bravery. Basically, yeah. On a 5, I'm going to have somebody flee. And there's only one guy left. So on a 5 or 6, he's gone. Oh, he's out of here. He's seen enough for today. Now for the all-important roll to see who's going to go first in the 3rd battle round. I'm going to roll a 6. Stop that. I get a 3. Can't get to 6. So you want the Ogres to go first, right?
No.
It'll work one time. Turn 3 for the hero phase. We're going to have the Shrine try to go off onto the Blood Warriors on a 3-up.
Yeah.
Oh, he doesn't get it. There's no negatives if he fails, though, right?
Nah.
Mighty Lord of Khorne will make the unit of Blood Warriors there immune to Battle Shock. And then we were going to have the Bloodstoker stoke the Mighty Lord of Khorne. And you were keeping the portal planted, right?
Yep.
Right onto movement. Mighty Lord of Khorne gets to move up his, 5?
5 inches.
War Shrine has a movement of 8 with a super fast ogre in the front pulling it along.
3 inches though.
That should be about good there. Bloodstoker's going to run, so 6 plus another 6, so he gets to go 12 inches. He's super zippy fast. The Herald and the Bloodthirst are going to move up. You're going to kill my Tyrant. Tyrant's kind of tough, though.
Yeah, my dice suck.
Going for the lash, so you're hitting on 4s. So that's going to be a total of 2 hits. Wounds me on 3s. So that's 1 wound at -1 rend. 3-up save goes to a 4-up save. I failed it, so that's D3 damage to the Tyrant.
Yeah.
So another 1 damage, bringing him down to 6 wounds remaining. Now you have the option, you hit me, but you didn't kill me, so you could lash me right close to you. Want to do that?
Yeah, can't be moved within 3 inches though.
Oh, it can't be moved within 3?
No.
Oh, it doesn't make a big difference then.
Nah.
Alright, so charging the Bloodthirster is plenty. I assume you want to send him into the Tyrant?
Yep.
Okay, so in he goes. Next down the line, we're looking at the
Herald.
Yep. His charge will be 12, so he kind of gets to go wherever he wants.
Critical.
Which will be...
I don't know, maybe I should stay 3 inches.
Yep,
So I can't
to not pull these Ogres here. Because then we get the War Shrine going for a charge.
Ogre off.
So that's 4... Yeah, so it's a 9-inch charge, so he kind of gets to where he wants to. Bring him right in. The Mighty Lord of Khorne! Oh, please don't make a charge. He gets 7 inches.
Should be.
Yeah, that should be enough to get him in against that unit of Ogres there. Oh, darn. On to combat. We're going to have the Bloodthirst go first, see if he can redeem himself swinging into my Tyrant. 6 attacks, 3s to hit. Oh, we got 4 hits, and then he's wounding me on 3s. They all wound. -2 rend, so my 3-up save goes to a 5-up. He can make all these, no problem.
D3 damage.
Yeah, D3 damage apiece. Roll it up and see.
I'm so excited, I can't.
Roll low. So, yeah, that's 6. That's enough to kill him. Tyrant goes down. That went terribly. Okay, we're going to have the Ogres here pile in and make their swings against the Mighty Lord of Khorne. See if I can't wipe them out. Swinging into him, I am going to be hitting him on 4s, rerolling 1s. So I get a reroll. Doesn't help. These are all wounding him on 3s. All but 1. That's going to be 4 3-up armor saves. Fail 3. So you failed 2. So you're going to take 4 wounds, putting you down to 2 remaining. War Shrine's going to swing now with the Sacrificial Blade. 5 attacks, and you're going to be hitting on 4s. Pretty good. Looking for 4s to wound. So it's going to be 2 wounds against the ogres. No rend. They're 1 damage each. So I still get my 5-up save. Pass them both. Attaboy. 4 attacks with the clubbed fists. So you are... Oh, sorry. You're hitting on 4s. And you knocked your guy over and hit twice. These wound on 3s. So that's 2 wounds. I still get my 5-up save. These are 2 damage apiece. That failed them both. So that's enough to kill off him and put 2 damage on the next guy down the line. Jump back a step. Just realized we forgot to take the saves from the shrine on the Mighty Lord of Khorne. So you do have 6-ups to ignore those wounds that were caused to you. For 1, so yeah, you're back up to 3 wounds instead. So we'll see if there's already a rules you got wrong for that. Giant's going to redeem himself finally. He's going to be awesome this turn. Okay, so on a 4-up, he kills a Blood Warrior, stuffs him in a bag. Nope, he rolled a 1. D6 swings with my club. So I'm going to get 2 swings. He is hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s with these. So that's 1 hit. 1 wound. Blood Warrior goes to a 5-up save. He makes it, so on a 6 you cause a mortal wound to me. Okay, so there's a mortal wound. Go for a headbutt, 4 to hit. No, he missed. Gonna kick you, 3 to hit. Oh, he missed that too. Dang. Cam's gonna have his Mighty Lord of Khorne go next, and he's probably gonna slaughter a bunch of ogres. Mighty Lord of Khorne swinging in. He gets the bonus attack because he's close enough to the portal. He's hitting on 3s. Okay, so he hits with everything. And then you're, what, wounding me on 3s?
Yep.
Don't. Okay, so there's 1 wound caused.
Alright.
-1 rend, so a 6-up save. Failed my save. You do D3 damage to me. You do a single damage. Dog swings in now. He's hitting on 3s. And then you're wounding me on 4s with him?
Yep.
No rend. So it's going to be just my 5-up save. Failed it, so that's 1 more damage. My turn to swing in. I'm going to have my ogres pile in against the shrine. See if we can't beat it up. 6 attacks, hitting on 4s, rerolling 1s. For no reroll help at all. And then I will be wounding you on 3s. So that's 3 wounds caused. War Shrine has a 4-up save. Only failing 1, so taking 2 damage. You do get to ignore that wound on a 6, though. No. Or sorry, no, you get 2 dice, because there's 2 wounds caused. There's 2 damage. That's a 5, so no help. Piling in the Bloodletter Hero. Swinging in with the Khorne Hero now. He's going to be hitting on 3s. 6s cause mortal wounds. 4 hits. Wounds on 3s. That's pretty good. Okay, so my 5-up save goes to a 6-up because of the rend. Not saving a 1, so it's 3 damage. It's going to kill another ogre and put a wound on the 1 remaining. Blood Warriors getting their attacks now. Gorglaves hitting on 3s. So it's 1 hit. You wound me on 3. It does wound. -1 rend puts me to a 6-up save. And I made it! 6 attacks with the axes now, hitting on 3s. And then you're wounding me on 4s. That's potentially enough. I only got a 5-up save and 2 wounds remaining. So I gotta pass at least 2 of these. And I do! Giant's down to 1 wound left. End of the combat, so we gotta go for the Reality Splitting Axe. On a 5, that ogre's just gonna disappear.
Oh, it's a 6.
It was a 6. So this ogre's just dead. Time to roll up some battle shocks at the end of the phase. On a 6, we're going to have one of my ogres in this unit flee. Nope. And then over here on a 5, we're going to have that last ogre flee. And he doesn't. Bottom of turn 3, my butcher's in charge now. So he's going to try to speed up these lead belchers, getting to move them d6 inches for 2. How far is he going to go? 3 inches. I'll take it up to there. And he's going to go for casting the Maw onto your Bloodthirster. I need to show a 7. Oh, and I get it with 10. Going for a Disbind attempt with the Lord of Khorne because he is close enough. You get a roll in an 11 though to stop that spell. Not quite. D3 mortal wounds to the Bloodthirster. So that's 1 mortal wound on a 4-up. The Maw keeps going. It doesn't. So just 1 mortal wound. Bloodthirster's down to 7. Successfully casting a spell. I get a roll for the Blood Gruel though. I'm looking for a 2-up. And yeah, he's fine. He doesn't hurt himself. On a 1, he would take a mortal wound. On to movement. We're going to have Iron Blaster come over here. This unit of Ogres, I don't want to feed them to those Blood Warriors. So we're just going to have them come up over this way. Butcher will move himself into a position that if I get really cheeky, I might try to charge the Bloodthirster. That's it for movement, so let's dial up shots with these Lead Belchers into that Bloodthirster. I get 3d6 shots. Whew!
Nice.
So 17 shots. See if I can't do some skeet shooting. These are all hitting on 4s. 3 hits out of 17 dice. Pretty good, right, Cam?
Yeah.
So 3 up to wound. At least 2 wound. Means the Bloodthirster goes to a 5-up save. Failed them both, so you are down to 6 wounds remaining, sir. Iron Blaster, can you be the hero we need instead of the hero we deserve? I'm going to take a shot at your Thirster. I'm hitting you on a 4-up. Oh, he hit! I wound you on a 2-up. Oh, he wounded! Bloodthirster goes to a 6-up save, doesn't make it. How much damage do I get to cause to him? Show me a 6. 2, so he's down to 4 wounds left. It's getting there. Brings us on to charges. Let's start with these ogres here. 9 inches. They'll be able to get in against the Mighty Lord of Khorne. Ready to swing in against the Mighty Lord of Khorne. Next, let's... we're going to send the Lead Belchers, I think. It seems like a terrible idea, but I might be able to kill that Bloodthirster. How far can they charge? That's not far enough. That's all the charging I'm doing. Had enough of this. We're going on to combat. So we're going to do the unit of 3 ogres that just charged the Mighty Lord of Khorne. There were the 3 that charged in, so I got the chance on mortal wounds. Looking for a 4-up here. Nada. Swinging with their attacks. I'm going to be hitting you on 4s, rerolling 1s. These are all then wounding you on 3s, rerolling 1s because I got the charge. Ooh, I need the help. Okay, so we got 3 wounding hits total. 3 3-up saves. And you made them all. You're fine. Mighty Lord of Khorne will retaliate against the unit that has not attacked yet. 5 attacks with the Hound, hitting on 4s.
3s.
Oh, sorry, hitting on 3s, now you're wounding on 4s. For only the 1. No Ren, so I get my 5-up save still. Don't make it. Lord gets his 4 attacks, 3s to hit. So we got 3 hits so far. And then your 3s to wound. 2 wounds. -1 Ren puts me at a 6-up save. I don't pass either, so that's D3 damage apiece. So, just another 2, so that's 3 damage total. I'll try over here, see if I can get lucky and have my Ogre club your Bloodletter hero to death. So I'm hitting you on 4s, rerolling 1s. I only hit you once. Wound you on 3. It does wound. 1 4-up save. You fail it, so you're going to take 2 wounds. I think that puts him down to 3 remaining.
Yep.
Blood Warrior's going to try to finish what they should have finished rounds and rounds and rounds ago. So you got 4 attacks with the glaives. They are all hitting on 3s. So we've got...
That's a 5.
It's 5, so we got 2 hits so far. And 3s to wound, so that's 2 wounds. -1 Ren puts me to a 6-up save. I gotta pass them both or die. Nope, I failed them both. So the giant is gonna go down, but we need to roll to see which way he falls. Cam and I roll off to decide which way he falls. Cam's gonna roll a 3. I'm gonna roll a 5. So I get to decide which way he falls. I'm obviously going to choose to have him fall right onto that unit there. So it's D3 mortal wounds to the unit. 1 mortal wound, so the one guy who had a wound dies. Blech.
Timber.
I'm going to knock over everybody else in the process of picking him up. And the giant is dead as well. Ogre turn to swing. All I got left is these guys swinging into that lord, so might as well see if I can kill him. All these attacks hitting on 4s, rerolling 1s. Causing wounds on him on 3s. Oh. 3 up saves on the Lord of Khorne. Oh. So he passes them all again. Ah, dang it. War Shrine's going to swing into the remaining ogre. Going to start off with the Sacrificial Blade. You're hitting me on 4s.
4s and 4s.
So we've got 4 hits so far. And then 4s to wound. Only 1 wounding hit. I get my 5 up save. And he makes it. 7 attacks with the clubbed fists.
Nope.
They are hitting on 4, so we got 2 hits. Wounding on 3s. So I get 1 wounding hit. No rend, so I get my 5 up save, but they are 2 damage. Nope, he fails it. And he is down to 1 wound remaining. End of the combat. On a 5, that ogre is going to disappear from the reality splitting axe. And nope. Reality has not been split. Going into round 4, Cam and I got to roll off. See who's going to go first.
Oh.
Cam getting a 1.
Yeah.
I got a 4. I'll take it. So we're going to go on to Ogre's turn 4. Hero phase. Butcher's going to see if he can get these guys to move on up. 6 inches. So I'll bring them just barely out of being 3. Butcher is going to go for... I don't need to cause that many wounds on you, hopefully. So, do I do the maw? Or do I go for the bolt on 5? You know what? Let's go for the maw. 7 or better. That's a 4. Would have failed it anyways. That'll bring us right on to shooting. So let's go lead belchers into that bloodthirster. How many shots do I get to dial up? Getting 8. These are all going to hit him on 4s. Wound you on 3s. Oh, all but 1 wound. 4 up save becomes a 5 up save. So saving 2. Bloodthirster's down to 2 wounds left. I'm going to go for broke. I'm throwing the cannonball into him. Try to kill him. So cannon's going to hit you on a 4 up. Oh, he missed! Dang. On to charges. Let's send the Butcher in. Butcher, go get him. Butcher makes his 4-inch charge. Just barely. And then trying for the lead belchers. They get 5. They're in. On to combat. I'm going to have my lead belchers swing first. So they're going to be hitting Cam on 4s. Okay start. So that's perfectly statistical. These wound on 3s. 2 wounds. 2 damage each. You get to pass both 4 up saves. And you do. Oh no. Little discussion back and forth. Cam wants to swing with the Bloodthirster into the Butcher on the off chance the Butcher, well, Butcher might kill him. So we've got 6 attacks. They're hitting on 3s.
7 attacks.
Oh, sorry. 7 attacks?
Yeah, hitting on 3s.
He's wounding me on 4s. These are all D3 damage each. No save because of your rend. Oh, that's dead. So that's, yeah, that's more than enough overkill. So Butcher's dead. I'm going to try my unit of 3 ogres, swinging into the Mighty Lord of Khorne, see if I can't kill him off. These attacks are all hitting on 4s, rerolling 1s. See if I can't convert a couple more hits. Nope. Wounding on 3s. Not that many, only 3 wounding hits. This feels familiar. 3 up save. Okay, so you failed 1, so you gotta roll 2 dice because they're 2 damage apiece. And on 6s you get to ignore because of the shrine. Shrine helps for 1, so you're down to 2 wounds remaining. Mighty Lord of Khorne swinging back in, starting off with the dog. He's hitting on 3s, only 1 hit, and then wounding on 4. Does cause a wound. I only get my 5-up save. And he makes it. 4 for the axe now, hitting on 3s. And he's wounding on 3s. Solid roll. -1 Ren puts me to a 6-up save. And it's D3 damage. So he at least killed the one ogre.
Yeah.
Yep, so all you do is kill the one. I want to have him retaliate back, but it doesn't make sense to do it yet. So we're going to go on to this ogre over here. Swinging into the Bloodletter hero. Your Herald, he's hitting on 4s, rerolling 1s. So only 1 hit. And then wound you on a 3. He does wound. 4-up save on him. Getting a 5, and he saves it no problem. Bloodletter hero, the Herald, gets a swing against the remaining ogre. So you're going to get a grand total of, what is he, 5 attacks?
Because 4 of the +1.
Yep. Because of the totem nearby. So 6s are mortal wounds. Any 6s, the ogre's just dead.
Yeah. Well,
there it is. Ogre goes down. Last model for me to attack with is the champion from this unit. Still can attack the Mighty Lord of Khorne. He's down to 2 wounds. He just needs to get 1 hit through. He hits you on 4s, rerolling 1s. Oh, he's angry. These all wound on 3s. For 3 wounding hits. 3 3-up saves. Oh, he made them all again. I can't kill that guy. That is it for the ogres. So we're going to move on to Khorne turn 4. Hero phase for Chaos. Banner stays planted. The Stoker is going to stoke the Blood Warriors that finally managed to kill that giant. And then the Mighty Lord of Khorne is going to give his ability for a 3d6 charge, taking the highest, over to the Blood Warriors. Shrine is also going to try to bless the Lord of Khorne on a 3-up. I completely lost the dice. There it is. So yep, he does get the blessing. Over to movement. Blood Warriors are going to move their 5. Oh no. Stoker's going to move up as well. Herald will move himself over to support the Bloodthirster.
and this guy will just
Shrine's going to shrine.
get in there.
Bloodthirster with his lash, hitting on 4s. 2's a miss. Time for charges. We're going to do the Bloodletter hero first. He's 8 inches, he's in. And then the Shrine. Gets 7 inches, and in he goes. Now for the big charge, Blood Warriors. 3d6 take the highest, +3. Ah! So they get to go 13 inches. Blood Warriors are in. This is terrifying. So they're going to be swinging first into the Ogres with red shorts. Go for 2 volleys of 9 here. Swinging in. So you're hitting on 3s, re-rolling because of the Shrine. Or sorry, no, the Shrine didn't get the bonus off, so there's no re-roll here. The Shrine was out of range this turn.
Right.
6 hits so far, plus another 8. So that's 14. All of these wounding on 3s, re-rolling 1s. A little bit of help in the middle there. Converts them all but 1 into hits. Ogres only getting their 5-up save.
Nice.
So that is 1 dead and 1 wounded. That is the Bellower dead, and I'll put the unit champ down to 2 wounds. Or sorry, the it doesn't even matter much at this point. The standard bearer is going to be down to 2 wounds remaining. Lead Belchers, you be heroes. Kill that Bloodthirster. Hitting on 4s. Perfectly average. And then wounding you on 3s. Oh, they all wounded. 3 4-up saves or he's dead. Oh, he killed him. Down goes the Bloodthirsters. Or I guess Bloodthirster. I don't know why that was plural. I'm just excited. Mighty Lord of Khorne's going to swing against the Ogre with the Dark Base. 5 attacks, swinging in, hitting on 3s. And then you are wounding me on 3s.
4s?
Oh, sorry, force because it's the dog.
Dog.
2 5-up saves. Failed both of them, so I'm down to 2 wounds remaining. Axe swinging in now. 3s to hit.
There we go.
So they all hit because, of course. And then 3. Yeah. I can make this many 6-up saves. Don't you worry. No, he's just dead. Alright, Ogres. The Lead Belchers were able to kill the hero they were against. See if you guys can kill that Mighty Lord of Khorne. So I'm going to be hitting you on 4s, rerolling 1s. No reroll help. Wounding on 3s. Oh, 5 wounding hits. 5 3-up saves. Now the Shrine's just barely out of range. That it made a charge. Oh, I got him!
Did you? Oh, you did get him too.
Yep, because it's multiple wounds. He only had 2 wounds left anyways.
Yeah.
So Mighty Lord of Khorne goes down. Herald gets the swing now. 3s and 3s. 6s are mortal wounds. So we just got 2 mortal wounds and 1 hit, wounding me on a 3. And it doesn't wound, so 2 mortal wounds. No ogres left to attack, so the War Shrine gets to swing in now. Sacrificial Blade, 5 attacks because of the totem, hitting on 4s. And then you are wounding me on, was it 3s with this one?
4s.
Still 4s? For 1. This is a regular 5-up save, no rend. And he passes it. 7 attacks with the clubbed fists, hitting on 4s. And then you are wounding me on 3s. No rend, but 2 damage each. I need a 5-up save. Failed them all, so that's 6 damage. It's enough to kill off both of these ogres. End of the round, time to do some battle shock. So bravery, I gotta roll a 5 or 6. Or sorry, if I roll a 5 or 6, he runs. He's fine. And then over here, they lost the 1, so on a 6, we'll have another one go. No. Looking at the battlefield as we move on to turn 5, I'm going to concede. There's no way I can come back from this beating. So it's going to be a chaos victory. Good game, sir. Awkward left-handed handshake. All right, we're going to set the camera up and do a quick little post-game chat. Vault members, click on the link below to check out the next game. The Fire Slayers have finally arrived, so I get to bring my Fire Slayer army against Adam, who's going to bring his Death army. We're playing at 2,000 points. Check it out. If you're not a Vault member, you can click on the link below anyways. It'll take you to a 7-day free trial where you can check this game out, as well as the rest of the games we do. Every game we do in pairs, so it's twice as many videos for you guys to watch. Also gives you access to some cool, fun, behind-the-scenes stuff. And Chris and Janine's painting tips and tricks. So check it out, guys. And as always, happy wargaming.